which is
Yeah.
cornered. Have you seen that before? To be cornered?
Is corner means, yeah, we I know corner is a narrow place at the in the room. Yeah.
Yeah, well, corner is a place in a room. But to be cornered means here's a picture. Wait, let me find a here's a picture. It means to be trapped. So if you're in a corner, you have nowhere to run. You're trapped. You're in danger. You're in a bad situation. Can you see the
Okay.
picture
Yeah.
on the
Okay.
screen?
Yeah. Yes. Are they dogs or
No, those
rabbits?
are cats. Those are cats.
Cats.
The cats are cornering the dog. Poor dog. Like
Yes.
Muhammad, have you seen that word before? Cornered.
It's like the word, I will write it in the chat.
Okay.
It has the same.
Busted. No,
They are.
busted means that you somebody catches you doing something bad, like the police catch you doing something bad and now you're in trouble. But being cornered means you have nowhere to run, nowhere to escape.
Yes.
Do you understand the idea? To be trapped, it's like being trapped.
Trapped. Trapped. Yes.
Trapped. It's a pretty common word, actually. To be cornered, you have nowhere to run, there's nowhere to go, you're in trouble. Okay, let's go back to the exercise here. All right. Pachu, can you read the example sentence?
Okay. The okay. The politician was cornered by the reporters asking tough questions.
So can you imagine that so the politician has nowhere to run. There are reporters everywhere and they're asking him questions and he can't avoid them. Does that make sense? How we're using
Yes.
trapped.
Yes.
Do you
Yeah.
understand that? Do you understand the idea, Muhammad?
Yes. I see.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So he's in trouble and he can't run anywhere. He's got to answer the questions. Okay. Pachu, what are the first four words of that sentence?
The politician was cornered.
hmm Now, in that phrase, the politician was cornered. What would you say would be the most important word?
Is cornered.
Okay. All right. So we'll make that big. Which syllable will get the emphasis? Cornered. Which syllable has all of the emphasis?
The corn.
Core.
Corn.
Okay. So that becomes very big here, and everything else is very
Yeah.
small. The politician,
Small.
maybe also politician. I think we should also emphasize the word politician here.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes. Yes. Obviously. Yes.
in that word, politician, where's the accent? Politician. That's four syllables. Where's the accent? Politician.
So politician. Tician.
Tish,
Tian.
tish, titian, titian.
Tisan. Okay.
Mhm.
Tisan. TIC.
Hmm.
Okay.
The
Tisan.
politician was cornered.
The politician was cornered.
You should whistle. Try to whistle a little bit more when you say shin.
Okay. So the politician was cornered.
The politician was cornered.
Son. The the politician the politician was corned.
Cor-
Corned.
cornered.
And
Cornered.
the politician was cornered.
hmm Mohammed, can you say that phrase? The politician was cornered.
The politician was cornered.
Now, in the next part, Mohammed, by reporters, which is the important word?
Reporters.
Okay, reporters. And which syllable in that word has the most power?
Or
Poor. Okay. All right. So now what we have is the politician was cornered by reporters.
politician was cornered by reporters.
The politician was cornered by reporters.
The politician was cornered by reporters.
Pachu, can you say the whole phrase?
The politician was cornered by reporters.
The politician was cornered by reporters. Okay. Now in the
The,
final,
polit-
go ahead to say it again.
the politician was cornered by reporters.
Okay. And then the final three words that we have, asking tough
Is
questions.
ask,
Go ahead.
yeah, is asking tough questions.
What do you think is the most important word in that phrase?
Is a top,
Yeah, because
top,
usually if you
top.
have an adjective or an adverb, that will be your important word usually in a neutral sentence.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
how will you say those three words together?
Asking tough questions.
Okay.
Asking tough question.
Asking tough questions. You can make the vowel sound longer. Asking tough questions.
Asking tough question. Tough question.
hmm The politician was cornered by reporters asking tough questions.
The politician was cornered by reporters asking tough
Okay. Mohammed, can you say the
questions.
final three words? Asking tough questions.
Asking asking tough questions.
Asking tough questions.
Asking tough questions.
The politician was cornered by reporters asking tough questions.
The politician was cornered by reporters asking tough questions.
Okay. Mohammed, how many phrases can we divide this sentence into?
Two,
Two? What are the two phrases?
and the politician was cornered by reporters. First phrase.
Okay.
Second one is asking tough questions.
And how would you like the first phrase to sound? Would you like it to sound nice and friendly, or would you like it to sound serious?
Nice and friendly.
Nice and friendly? Okay. So how will we finish our phrase? Will we finish how will we say this final word?
With starting high and end low.
That's right. We end low because phrases normally will end low, but we want to add some high sounds to it so that it sounds nicer. Reporters.
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 Okay. And how will we start the phrase?
High.
High? Okay. Because normally a phrase will start high. So the politician was cornered by reporters.
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 Panchu, can you say that phrase? The politician was cornered by reporters.
The the politician was cornered by reporters.
Reporters or reporters? Go down a little bit when you say the end of the phrase.
Okay, so reporters,
Report reporters.
re,
Reporters.
reporters.
The politician was cornered by reporters.
The politician was cornered by reporters.
Okay. Pachu, the final phrase, asking tough questions. How will you like this to sound?
Ask
hmm
so make it happy.
Happy? You want it to sound happy? Okay.
Okay.
So let's see. Let's do this. We'll start high with asking. We'll make tough high, and then when we get to
Yes.
questions, oh, what just happened? When we get to questions, we'll make that low because we want to end our phrase low. Asking
Yes.
tough questions. Maybe we'll even make some of this high. Questions. We'll divide
Okay.
that word into high low. Questions.
Yeah. Asking tough question.
The politician was cornered by reporters asking tough questions.
The politician was cornered by the reporters asking tough question.
Okay. Mohammed, can you say the whole phrase?
The politician was cornered by reporters asking tough questions.
Okay. Uh, Pachu, let's see. Pachu, can you make a what kind of questions question? So, what kind of questions reporters asking?
What kind of question? What kind of questions the reporters were asking?
Well, you have to use the question form. That was not a
Okay,
question. Yeah,
what what kind of questions were the reporters asking for?
that's right. So you have to use the question form if you're asking a question. Okay.
Yes.
What kind of questions were the reporters asking? Do it again. Say it again.
What kind of questions were the reporters asking?
Okay. What is the most important word in your question? Do you think?
The what?
Well,
What kind?
if you have a simple question, then yes. What color is the house? But this is a more
Mm.
complicated question. This is what kind of. What kind,
What kind of
what is the important word in that question?
is what kind?
hmm Just kind. What kind of? What kind of?
What kind of?
Mm.
What kind of?
What kind of questions?
What kind of questions?
What kind of questions were the reporters asking?
What kind of questions were reporters asking for?
Okay. There's really no for here. You don't need the
Yeah.
preposition for. It's not in the original sentence. You could use the word for, but I think that means more like request, and I don't think that they were making requests. Ask for is to request something. That would mean like,
Oh,
if you imagine the situation, the reporters questioning a politician. Here he is in the corner, and all of the people with the microphones, right? Can you imagine that?
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
but a
Yeah.
request, so that's like direct asking, right? But asking for, that would be like maybe filling out a form. Please answer the following questions, and then handing the politician the form, right? It's a little bit different,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes. Got it. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you make the question again? What kind of questions were the reporters asking?
So what what kind of questions the were the reporters asking?
Mohammed, can you make that question? How will you make the whole question?
What kind of questions were reporters are asking?
Okay, now in our first phrase, what kind of questions? What are the important words?
What
Uh, well, in a simple sentence, you would use what? Like, uh, what time is it? That's a very simple sentence, just with what. But this is a what kind of question? Which word do you hear is most important? What kind of?
kind of?
Yeah, kind. What kind of?
Can I say kinda?
Yes, you can. And the reason you can do that is because of is not an important word. And we have a tendency to throw away words that are not important. So if of is not important, it could be pronounced What kinda?
Okay. What kind of?
Right. That's the question you were asking, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And also questions I think could be important. What kind of questions?
What kind of questions
Uh-huh.
were the reporters are asking?
Now, in the second part, were the reporters asking which words are important?
Asking.
Okay, and reporters, I think, also could be important. So, how will you pronounce the word reporters? What kind of questions were the reporters?
What kind of questions were reporters
Okay,
were asking?
what kind of questions were the reporters asking?
What kind of questions were reporters were asking?
Were the reporters asking? So, let me just, it seems like you're a little bit confused. So, let me just write this, okay? The reporters were asking. This is the statement form. And were the reporters asking is the question form. Which form should we use in this situation? Should we use
Where the statement?
the statement form? Oh no, no, no. No, we're asking a question. So we have to use the question form. We're not giving information, we're asking for information. So we have to use the question form. Were the report
We will have two questions. The first question is what, and the second will start by where.
No, actually, it's only one question. Here, let me show you a simple example. How about what can we do really quickly? Uh, let's see. What time is the movie? This is a question. What time is the movie? Oh, wait. Let's do like this. What time does the movie start? We'll do it like that. And he doesn't know what time the movie starts. Don't confuse question words with question form. You see here in the first example, what time does the movie start? That's a question. But number two,
Yes,
it includes that word what time, but that's not a question. That's you're telling me something, right? You're giving me information. You're not asking for information. Do you agree?
yes, yes.
Okay. So, in our example, I forgot the question that we were doing.
What the politician were.
Well,
Uh,
What kind of questions were the
yeah.
reporters asking?
So, what kind of questions? That's not necessarily a question. The thing that makes it a question is using the question form in the sentence. Do you understand?
yes,
Okay. So how will you say that? What kind of questions were the reporters asking? Can you try that again?
was or where.
It's
Was
were.
where
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
okay. What kind of questions were the reporters asking?
What kind of questions were the reporters asking? Okay. And what is the answer, Mohammed? What kind of questions were the reporters asking?
The reporters about were asking tough questions.
Okay, the reporters or the reporters?
The reporters.
Uh-huh. Say
The reporters were asking about tough questions.
asking about, you can use ask plus about, which means you're asking details, okay? But I think that's not what's happening here. The reporters are cornering the politician. They don't want details, they're just attacking. It's very direct, and I think that if you add the word about, that makes it very indirect. Do you understand?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so let's not use the word about. That's not aggressive enough for this situation. The reporters were at,
The, the reporters were asking tough questions.
the reporters were
Tough
asking
questions.
tough questions, tough questions.
The reporters were asking tough questions.
Okay, Mohammed, what kind of questions were the reporters asking? Or Pachu, what kind of questions were the reporters asking?
The reporters were asking tough questions.
The reporters were asking tough questions.
The reporters were asking tough
Yeah,
questions.
give the important words more attention. That's a pretty natural way of speaking English. The reporters were asking tough questions.
The reporters were asking tough questions.
All right. Well, that was our final vocabulary word for today. So
And thank you, sir.
thank you, everyone, for your questions and comments, and thank you for participating. And I hope to be back in about, I know I keep saying this and I never do, but I hope to be back in about, the problem is, I'm a morning person. I have no problem waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. That's what I do. I was up at 4 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
But by the time it's time to do the second reading at around 5 o'clock for me, I'm already tired. I don't want to do anything. So I have to force myself to do that at nighttime. Okay, well I'll try. I'm going to try very hard to do that tonight. Okay, so I'll be
Yeah.
back in about 8 hours or something like that, 8 or 9 hours. All right.
Okay.
Thank you for your
Okay.
participation, and I will see you later.
Thank you, sir.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.